everyone. My name is Mint from KJC Esports, and we have another amazing guest for Discover as we talk about bootcamps. I would like to introduce you to a fan favorite Valorant player of Revenant Esports, Ching. Hi, Ching.
Hello. Hi.
Hello. Okay, so I'll start with the first question. How long have you been in the professional side of gaming?
In the professional side of gaming, so when we talk about professional, it's like when we get contracts, right? So
Competing. Ganun.
if I'm gonna count the contract that I had in CSGO, it's like 5 years, 6 years. But if I'm not gonna count it from Valorant only, like since the start of Valorant,
So like most likely 8 years already in the professional side, huh?
yeah, no, it's 6 years, 6 years, yeah,
I
like
see.
that.
And in your experience in the Valorant Pro scene, what is your favorite memory?
My favorite memory would be when I played for RNT Esports when I was with the Team Secret Core, like Dispenser, Borkum, Dubstep, Jesse
Right.
Bash. Yeah, like I was able to attain a lot of achievements with them, able to win many Philippine tournaments, and then was able to get at least 2 to 3 Southeast Asia Championships. So it's a very good memory for me, and almost that's my favorite side in my achievement side. But like on the memories, like I think it would be when I was with GXR, and because like Georgie and the others was able to, like we were able to make a bond that is very hard to break like that.
I see. And tell us about your very first time staying in a boot camp. Was it difficult or too exciting? Syempre, diba? I think
So
sports
me-
had a boot camp, right?
Yeah. So my first experience was very fun because like when I was in CSGO, I really don't have bootcamp, but we have like online practices. So that's my dream, to play in a bootcamp, just do what you like, what you love every day, like that in the bootcamp. So when I come to Brent's bootcamp, I was very excited. I was very hyped to play. Like the setting there is very professional, so I was able to maximize it to practice my game, and then able to achieve something and able to love the game more.
I see. And you mentioned before that your bootcamp for Revenant Esports is in India, which is of course like very far from your home country. What were the adjustments that you had to do?
So playing in a foreign country or in India is very hard. Like it's not hard on the how do you call it, in the playing side, because like it's what we do always, right? Like we just keep playing, we just know what to do, we just like we already master it, like how we supposed to stay in a boot camp. So it's not that hard. But the problem is like you will feel the homesickness and the foods, everything. Like you will just remember how it feels to be home. And living outside your comfort zone is very hard, but it is what it is, and it's a lot of good experiences, and giving us a lot of, what do you call it, like a lot of explorations for our careers, like that.
And well, picture as a very busy day in a boot camp. What was it like, and how do you cope with stress?
So a very busy day in the bootcamp for me is like, think of it like, for example, in a scrim, you are losing so hard. So when you are losing so hard, the stress is times 2, right? So people or teams may not think that winning in scrim is best, but losing in scrim means more more polish like that.
Yeah.
You're gonna be able to polish what you are missing. You're gonna be able to up your game because this mistake you commit, you know how to fix it. So when you are losing, it gives you a lot of stress, and a lot of stress means a lot of conversation. A lot of conversation means hit. If there's gonna be a hit of the moment for the teammates, so like that is what's happening. Like one guy is gonna say this, one guy is gonna answer, one guy is gonna keep defending, one guy is gonna keep answering. Then after that, everyone is gonna be okay. This is what we're gonna do. Then the captain will say, okay, next time when we did this, this is gonna be the setup. Like this guy will play here, this guy will play here. This is what you're gonna do, so to avoid committing mistakes. So it's most likely like that in all of the team I played. Like that is how we tackle the criticism. That is how we tackle the lesson or the mistakes that we committed, to improvise it and make it a lot better.
And after that heated conversation, how do you guys usually cope with it? Like, do you guys drink? Some people like to drink together.
To be honest, like to be professional, heated conversations should be included in your weapons, because like in order to accept it professionally, you need to take it professionally. So no matter what happens inside the game will not stay outside the game, and what happened outside the game will not go inside the game. Just like that.
That is
To tackle it a lot better.
Yeah. And like usually in a boot camp, how many scrims do you usually do in like a day?
So when I was in Philippines, like Philippines are hard workers. Like since Pinoy is like we just keep playing like that. So what will happen is like we will scrim 6 to 7 like that. It depends.
Oh, wow.
Like on a busy day, 6 maps, 7 maps. On before tournament, it's like 4 maps, 3 maps or 2 maps. Then we will just rest before the tournament like that. But in India, we have learned how to utilize a lot more our time. So because the problem is like how do you call it? The time in India and in Philippines is very far in SG, and the people we can scrim good is in the Southeast Asia server. So it's like 4 p.m. there, 6:30 p.m. there, 6:30 p.m. here. So the time is kinda hard for us to find, but we're able to scrim at least 4, 5 like that in a busy day in India. And I think hopefully we will be able to change it, because the session is coming, and we will try to find a lot more scrims to be able to utilize our new lineup.
Right. And what were the challenges that you encountered ever since you started living alone?
The challenges is, how do you call it? The challenges of it is like, in my home, I'm just like, what do you call it? Like, I go out, then I go with my friends, like that. So it's like the same for me when I'm in bootcamp. I'm with my friends and I'm living with them. Like, I'm gonna treat them like my brothers, like that. So it's not really a challenge for me, but a good experience, because like this is what I've always dreamed of. So I never let go of it, like that.
And as a professional player in a bootcamp, what do you think are your needs in order for you to perform better? Of course, this will be helpful for org managements out there who are planning to start their own bootcamp.
How do you call it? A player like me, in my perspective, like, I just what you all follow the protocol, or just like listen to what the org rules. Like for example, let's like in this bootcamp, you should not do this, you should not do that. Okay, I will listen to that. But another orgs that I have experienced, like especially like the org that I have right now, is very feeling good. So it's very different how they tackle the professional side of gaming in India, and how they tackle the professional side in Philippines. So like in Philippines, like achievement is a must. Like you need to produce a lot of achievements in order for you to stay, like that. So That's the southern side for me. So I hate getting the no process things in Philippines like that. But in India, they're like trusting the process, giving us what we need, and no pressure on the achievements. Like just play your game, enjoy the game, and have fun. So some of the Philippines orgs is like that, but other, I think from the professional side of Philippines is like that, but the lower tiers in the Philippines is like they're forcing the new players to do this, and so I think it's like hard for the young ones. So props to those tier 2 teams or tier 2 orgs that let them that's giving them a chance, because like they're able to produce a young talent, and that young talent will soon represent the Philippines, and that's very good for us.
That is so nice, because like even in the professional side, you're still supposed to have fun and really enjoy your work as a player. And of course, couple of questions left. What do you do on your free time?
Me, what I do in my free time, like when I was in Brandon, when I was free time, like I was with my girlfriend. Like I mean, like we'll play other games, we'll watch movies like that. But like right now, when I have the chance to rest, I will rest, because like the free time I need to conserve it. Like I need to utilize it. Like for example, like I'll talk to my girlfriend, then rest, then play some other games that will not make me feel burnout like that, or not that will not make me feel homesick like that, because it's very different, like living in the Philippines and living in the foreign country, right? So I just utilize my free time, and it sweets like that.
I see. And so, of course, since it's VCT season, like a lot of people are going back to their boot camps now here in PH, what is your message for professional players who often experience feeling homesick? Because even if you're still in the Philippines, like when you're in a boot camp, there's that sense of feeling homesick still.
Like when I was in Philippines pro scene, like we'll have a team meeting, so to not experience homesick, we'll go home like 2 to 3 days, then come back to the boot camp. But the problem is, like for example, there's one teammate of mine that he lives in Aklan, okay? So it's Georgie. So even if we go home, like me, I'll just live in Manila, then the other teammates is Quezon City, like that. So when we go home, Georgie is not gonna be able to go home, because like he needs to travel by air, right? So in order for him to not feel homesick, we will stay with him. Like one guy will not go home from boot camp, so one guy will not go home from boot camp. Then one guy will stay in the boot camp. Then one guy will go home in their home. Then one will come back. Then we will rest, like, and we will like keep calling him like that, because like we have like a good bond when we were in GXR. Like we have a very old brother there, and he will like keep calling us, ask us if we're good, like this, like that. He's taking care of our mental health, so it's like it's very good for us. And but you know, you cannot dodge the homesickness, because like homesickness is really part of like professional gaming. Like it's easy, but it's sometimes you have to sacrifice in order for you to achieve what you want to achieve. And if you're ready to sacrifice, like that's where it will follow the fruits of your labor. Like everything will follow through, and it's good. It's a good feeling, and you will say that the sacrifices that you have made is like worth it. So it's like that.
And for the last question, do you have any message for aspiring professional players in the Valorant scene?
Valorant scene itself or the PH scene?
Well, okay, like PH in general, or
Alright.
well, because we're in APAC. Let's say like if you're an aspiring professional player, what would be your message to that person?
If you're an aspiring player, don't let anyone get in your way. Whatever you want to do, if you trust yourself, don't listen to someone's opinion on you. Just play your game, enjoy the game, have fun, because like the things that we are currently doing is playing the game. So when we play the game, what do? We have fun, we enjoy it. So if we are not enjoying it and having fun playing it, it means we are doing something wrong. Excuse me. So if we are doing something wrong, like we can rest, but just rest for one day, then another day is another challenge for you, another day for you to prove yourself, and then until you keep proving yourself, you will be able to get that break that you are truly looking for. And like all pro players, they did not start very good on gaming. They committed work ethics and the passion that they had, they never lose it. So in order for us to become a good pro player, we must like commit, be 100% committed, or not just 200% committed, in order for us to achieve what we dreamed of. And after you get what you want, then you will see the hard work that you did is not for nothing, and it's a very good sacrifice. So in order for us to become a good pro player, we just like how do you call it, like just keep trusting yourself and trust your own instincts, and yeah, don't let anybody destroy what you are building in order to achieve what you want.
All right, thank you so much for accepting our invite, Ching, and pretty sure our viewers have here really enjoyed your presence rather. So do you have anything to plug? Now's your time, like social media or anything you want to share?
I have like a social media, but I'm not really active right now. Like I'm being posted on competitive side, but I have a Facebook page. It's Ching. The link is like fb.com/ching_the_g, and then my Twitter is @chingpogi22, and shout out to Revenant Esports India. Thank you for taking good care of us. Shout out to Josh S, to my girlfriend, and to my teammates like Black Hawk, Paradox, and then Right to Ace, and Neil, and Abir, and my mom and my dad. Thank you for supporting me always, and to all my family. And to KJC, thank you for this interview.